So I want to talk about fastmemeism, which, I've talked about the fast scrolls, I've talked about the fast religion, but I want to talk about fastmemeism. What is it? So it's a philosophy much like the idea of communism. So if you look at communism, there's a guy named Karl Marx. He had certain political theories that he believed in, and he wrote a whole book trying to prove to you why his theories are correct. And a lot of people who read his book, they read through it and they're like, that seems kind of correct. And that's part of why his ideas are so good, is because he kind of dared people in history. Basically, he did like a scientific version of daring people to prove him wrong, and that's part of why, is because so many people have trouble refuting him. That's why he's so popular. And I think I've got a lot of really good ideas that are going to be very difficult to refute. Now, Karl Marx, he put all of his work, and he didn't have the internet. So if Karl Marx had the internet, he would have had a huge advantage. But Karl Marx put most of his work into making his book difficult to refute, into really solidly making his points, right? I don't do any of that. I'm not here to convince you that fast memeism is a good idea or that you should believe in it. I'm going to tell you about it, but it's your choice whether you want to believe in it or not. It's just a set of ideas, some of which are more related than others, that kind of expresses a way of life for young men, right? Meaning, so the fast scrolls is a progression of a meme, which I call the fast meme. What is the fast meme? The fast meme is a collection of ideas that's been put into a single JPEG image, and the fast scrolls is a website version of that, where I basically have a collage of ideas that I think are super good or super important, and I've collected them together on a simple website. That's the fast meme or the fast scrolls. It's this collection of ideas. So what are some of the ideas? I guess I'll go over them. So the first idea is being able to survive on the go, even without society, being able to survive on the go with what you can carry with you. But in addition to that, also being able to survive in society. So it has some advice for that. And in addition, it has information about not just surviving, but pulling yourself up out of homelessness and and reaching back into the middle class. So that's the first aspect of the fast scrolls, is this idea of being able to survive on the go with what you can carry with you, right? And that's covered extensively, and a lot of work has been done on that. Then there's a self-help section on the fast scrolls, and that self-help section helps you to educate yourself. It has a little bit of health advice, although I am not a doctor, so it is the advice of a layperson. You're responsible for your own health. It's got some educational materials, a lot of good self-help information that can help you out a lot, right? And then it's got a conspiracy section that has what I consider to be important information about real conspiracies where people are conspiring against the citizens of the planet. And that's these collection of like three different types of ideas. As you've got the survival information, you've got the self-help information, and you've got some kind of guidance information that helps you to defend against what's truly happening to people on this planet, right? And it's a guide designed for young men to help them, to steer them in the right direction. And my personal belief is that this is such a good guide for steering young men in the right direction, that my belief is that this kind of thing is going to be discussed for hundreds of years, similarly to how Karl Marx has been discussed for a long, long time. Right? I'm very convinced that I've done the right research to make a very good, almost a hitchhiker's survival guide type guide for young men. So on my site is a link to the major holy texts of every major religion in the world. So it's non-denominational. It doesn't matter what religious denomination you are. So there's religious components for everybody, right? It's got I do have my own personal religion recommendation on there, but it says on the scrolls in the first page, it says that you should only accept the parts of the scrolls that you like and reject the parts that you don't like or that don't serve you, right? So it's everything in the scrolls is optional. You don't have to take on any of the beliefs in it to participate, right? And at the very end of the scrolls, it encourages you to make your own version of the scrolls and even copy from my website to kind of make your own version, right? So the idea is the scrolls is designed to be something that can be evolved and improved on and made better and sharpened like a sharper and a sharper weapon, right? And the idea is people in the future can use this ideology to reimagine uh, it's a reimagine. What it really is a reimagining of a lower class lifestyle by combining ideas of technological nomadism, by combining ideas from third world lifestyles, by combining ideas of like how monks live. There's all this different really good advice that kind of really reimagines the idea of how a monk lives as like a simple, low class, low budget lifestyle that maximizes free time and free will. And if it's something that fastmanism is just this collection of ideas that's designed to empower man. You may say like, oh, if I have to live out of a backpack like in the fast scrolls, then that's not going to be good, right? The fast scrolls doesn't dictate that you live out of a backpack. It dictates that you have a backpack and that you're prepared to live out of it, which is different. So you can go live a maximalist lifestyle, but to be compliant with the fast scrolls, if you chose to be compliant in that way, then you would have one of these backpacks or one of these zero bags set up, right? And if you were not prepared to do that, you're encouraged to make your own version of the fast scrolls that works how you see fit. So there's going to be in the future, my belief is that this is going to evolve into all kinds of different religions, or not even necessarily religion. Well, I like to call it a super Bible. And a super Bible, in short, is any document that contains more than just the Bible is a super Bible. And my website links to the Bible and almost all the holy texts of almost all the major religions in the world. And so, because of that, it is a super Bible. It has more than just the Bible. It's non-denominational, so even if you're atheist, it should be compatible with your worldview, and it can be very secular. It can be without religion if that's what you want it to be. And it's kind of a super religion in the sense that it goes beyond what a normal religion does. So, what a normal religion does is it tries to stick you down a certain philosophy or a certain path, usually to like morally judge you, right? I'm running out of time. But the fast scrolls doesn't do that. The fast scrolls gives you a huge amount of leeway in terms of what your philosophy or what your purpose is going to be, and it just tries to enable you to do whatever that is that you want to do, right, in the most efficient way possible. So I'm running out of time. My website is THEFASTSCROLLS.NEOCITIES.org. Again, that's THEFASTSCROLLS.NEOCITIES.org. Enjoy my site. Enjoy fastmanism. If in the future people are being retarded, oh, I'm sorry for saying that. But if in the future, if people are being bad, if people are, I don't mean that. I'm not trying to say that being mentally challenged is bad. I'm just saying like, hey, if people are acting up, if people are messing up in the future because of my ideology, tell them to be good to each other. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, have a good time.